Hey, it's JC1424 once again with our very first race recap for the 2018 NASCAR YouTube Pro Series season. And of course, it starts off with the Daytona 500, race 1 of 12. Now, I started 12th place in this race, had an awful qualifying session, just lost the draft of everyone rather immediately and kind of stuck like that for the whole qualifying. But you'll see right here what's really awful right now is Cody H Gaming is lagging like crazy and checked up that entire inside lane. And the inside lane's open if we want to go there, but I don't want to get behind him and then get lagged. But eventually, Cody H Gaming's lag got himself wrecked with Jared Lundenberg pulling up in front of him. And no one really knows where anyone is, so I don't think anyone's to blame in this situation. But yeah, we're in the top 10 pack. Things do break off whenever people have to deal with lag or people make untimely moves. But just showing you the first lap right here. First things first about this race. I went into this one with the flu, and that also evolved in me having diarrhea. So I was sitting here thinking going to this one, how am I going to make this freaking race, this whole 40 minutes without shitting myself? But somehow, my ass managed to stay out of my way. Out of context, that statement made no sense, I know. But yeah, eventually lag got to me as well. And this was not the top 5 or Jared Lundenberg right there. That was actually my internet right there just because my little brother was watching YouTube and it was just slowing mine down. So at this point, a few laps later, Joseph Lombard hit the apron. He was in front of me and IDK player. And then a caution came out. And so, yeah, I was in 7th place, and a lot of people didn't realize that this caution was an opportunity to make it a 1 green flag stop race. And I don't even know if some people realized that it was not a 1 pit stop race. But you saw me right there. I upped all my tire pressures to 50, the max, because I had exactly enough time to do so. So that made it easier for my car to maintain speed. After our pit stop, we come to the restart in 11th place. And I thought we'd have a really good chance right off the bat, but because we didn't have a big old freaking wreck whenever we started the race, I figured like, oh, we can manage to do another restart without a freaking wreck. We did have people wrecking behind us because of Cody H Gaming's lag. Right here, kind of letting my teammate Winval in just because he got onto the apron. Cody H Gaming is still in front of us, about to cause a big old freaking wreck. This was the biggest problem all race long, and despite how well I finished in this race, I'm still disappointed with mostly just how this race went, because you see, it's a big old freaking wreck, and there's no way that this wreck is not bigger than whatever that first caution was for. We got like 6, 7 people spinning. Get back on the track, I'm in 15th place, and they're about to have another one right here, because you got Danny B Talks, he gets lagged by the 14 car, and he hits the apron, he gets spun into me, and I'm spinning. You got the 21 car flipping, you see the 10 car over there flipping, still flipping, hit the catch fence, still flipping. And at this point, I'm just yelling at my fucking TV screen. I'm like, throw the damn caution. I'm in 17th place. I don't deserve this. But, yeah, 17th place. And then a few laps later, I catch up to Dale Reynolds. And I think the reason why I caught him is because I had more time to adjust my tire pressures. I didn't think that he had it completely in mind to just get him as high as possible. But I caught him. And me and him, we bump draft for just laps and laps on end. And this was only the first time in the race because we did this until we went to finally take our pit stops on like around lap 32 and 33. But yeah, we gained, I think, a good 3 or 4 seconds on any of these drivers that were in front of us, either running, 2 cars or just 1 car alone. Dale Reynolds decided to go down on pit road on lap 31 at the end, and I had 2 laps left on fuel. The reason why I stayed out instead of going with them is because I was in first place, and leading this lap right here, I don't know if I would let if I went down pit road, leading that lap got me that 1 bonus point. See my pit road entry right here, got on the brakes about a second before that white line started curving in, and I did not speed in. Even though it's not exactly about the speed so much as it is what your RPMs are from what I've heard, because Joseph got screwed over. I was very conflicted on whether I wanted to get right sides or no tires at all, but then I thought to myself, if I get no tires, then I'm kind of wasting the fact that we're getting 2 cans of fuel, so getting the 2 tires wouldn't really harm my pit stop that much. But 4 tires, not at all. No tires, my tire pressure is so high, I don't think it would really matter, but I didn't want a chance. I decided to get right tires just because. So, with that in mind, people were taking pit stops later in the race because they hadn't taken their pit stop under the caution. All those 8 people, I think it was, that didn't. I was working with Winval because we caught up with him, and we've got Brendan right here in the 22 car. And I've got to say, no offense to Brendan, but the 22 was really the slowest car all race long. You couldn't really work with him. I paired up with him at some point. It felt like he was actually slowing me down. And we've got Winval trying to pass Sloppy Joe on the bottom. We were trying to get around for a while, at least I was. And by the time that Winval started trying to, he got cut off onto the apron and then sent me into the wall, and he started spinning and into the wall again. But got my friend Dale Reynolds right behind me. Longtime friend Dale Reynolds. Me and him working together towards the very end of the race. You see him right there behind my rearview mirror. So I think Sloppy Joe and Ed Soundhead in the 2 car that's in front of Sloppy Joe right there are teammates because, you know, the 2 Penske cars. I put them in a 3-wide situation. I was trying to back out from behind the 12 car because I didn't want to be right there. But yeah, 12 car got wrecked and he was pretty pissed. So at this point, you know, I was trying to see if Dale could push me past the 2 car, but I guess he was like, no, you're going to push me past the 2 car, JC. And I was like, you know what, fine. At this point, I was just racing for the interview. That was one thing in my mind is like, get that interview, get that recognition. And I remember looking back on Ed Soundhead's recording of his audio just from this freaking race, and he was so upset whenever he saw me and Dale just drive past him on the outside, bump drafting together, but knew he just had to hang in there. Coming off turn 4 on the last lap, What Incarnation wins this race by like 20 seconds. And he sends it on the apron. He's trying to get that pass. It is legal to pass down there in this series. He just pounds me into the outside wall. We still finish in 3rd place. Get that interview. One for Dale Reynolds as well. And Ed Soundhead takes 4th place. Got Win Val 5th, Seed Game 6th. Brendan 7th place. IDK 8th. I think Sloppy Joe 9th. And Kamikaze finishes 10th. Though this was right after the line, so I don't know if those are the actual results. But man, What If Racing was up front all race long. I think he led the most laps, or maybe it was Joseph, but golly, 14th, 16th, Darian Gilliam, Black Flags Matter. He ran really well in that race as well. Michigan is up next. I'll try to get these videos out to you guys every weekend, like a couple days after the races run on the Fridays. I guess that's what days are always going to be run on. But yeah, see you next time. That's that, and episode over.